New developments tonight for the homeless encampment along Sports Arena Boulevard in the Midway District. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. It's a story we've been following for weeks now. CBS 8's Brian White has details on what the next steps are for the city to address the encampment and related problems.
San Diego Police and Environmental Services were out here along Sports Arena Boulevard earlier to begin the process of addressing the homeless encampments here.
It's very upsetting. It's upsetting to drive through it and see it every day, but it's also upsetting to be completely ignored by the city.
Karen Anderson Thatcher owns a nursery nearby, and she says the ongoing encampment has been frustrating.
A lot of the businesses are being affected by the encampment, and I think a lot of the people on the street need help.
According to the city of San Diego, they suspended enforcement in December when shelters were not taking in new people due to the Omicron spike at the time. But as of last week, shelters began accepting new clients. And so the neighborhood policing division was back out at Sports Arena Boulevard Monday morning offering shelter beds and services.
Well, it's a failed approach. Try displacing people, writing tickets, arresting people. You can see the result.
Michael McConnell is a homeless advocate, and he doesn't think the city is taking an effective approach.
They were really aggressive today, and I'm seeing people in the surrounding sidewalks already with all their belongings. And so how did that solve anything, moving people from one sidewalk to the other?
On Monday, San Diego police and city staff made contact with 17 people experiencing homelessness at the Sports Arena Boulevard location near Rosecrans. 4 people accepted shelter beds and were driven to a shelter. 8 people were given a verbal warning for illegal lodging and encroachment. 3 people were given an infraction citation, and 1 person was given a misdemeanor citation. It's all part of their progressive enforcement model, and Karen is just happy something is finally being done to address the issue here.
I hope that the street gets cleaned up. I hope that the people get the help that they need, and I hope that the city stays on it. I hope this isn't like a one-time thing and then next month they're all back again.
The 72-hour notice signs posted by Environmental Services indicate that they'll be back here on the 17th, which is Thursday, to clean more extensively here along Sports Arena Boulevard.
We're looking at a winter heat wave with dry conditions out there.
Yes, that's what we've been living, but things are about to change. Carlene, I got my rain barrels all set to hopefully collect more water tomorrow.
It's not going to be a big washout, but we are talking about some rain that's going to be in the forecast. Taking a look at the setup in the atmosphere, you have an area of high pressure that brought in the warmth that we had over the weekend. Even talking about 91 degrees, that was a record high that was set in downtown. So for San Diego, dealing with that. But now that change is coming. So we do have some low clouds that are starting to move in. Also start to see some patchy fog right around our sunset. Area of low pressure right over the Pacific Northwest, that is on the way. That low is going to dig deeper. As it does, we're going to have a stronger onshore flow. That's going to start tonight. We're talking about a high wind warning, and that's going to start at 10 p.m. So that's the first sign. You're going to have these winds really picking up the strongest right along the Desert Mountain slopes. We're talking about 70 to about 80 miles per hour in spots. Then we have tomorrow to talk about. That's when more of the cloud cover is going to roll in, chance for showers, even some local mountain snow. Significant cool down is expected for our temperatures, even going into the 50s for daytime highs. Then we'll dry out by the weekend, warm up just a little bit more by the middle of the week into the weekend. We'll take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Carlo, Marcella.
The state's indoor mask mandate ends tomorrow night at midnight, and local businesses say they are ready to get back to normal.
But starting Wednesday, masks will still be required for those who are unvaccinated, as well as for everyone in certain settings. This comes as state officials announced today mask wearing in schools will remain in place, at least for now.
CBS 8's Shannon Handy has details on that, as well as reaction from local businesses.
Even though the mandate ends tomorrow, it doesn't expire until midnight, so you will still have to wear masks inside places like this 24-hour fitness. But first thing Wednesday, they're not required, and people we spoke with can't wait.
I think it's good for everyone.
At the 24-hour fitness in Kearney Mesa, General Manager Steve Snook says both his staff and members are gearing up for Wednesday, when those vaccinated will no longer be required to wear masks inside.
Our team members are going to be able to see more smiling faces, more excitement. More people will be allowed to come in based on the fact that they didn't want to come in wearing a mask. So this is great across the board.
That sense of excitement can be felt at the Beauty Lounge Medical Spa in San Marcos, where owner Shonda Durantis has been fielding several calls from customers anxious to prepare.
We've been getting tons of inquiries for facial services. Everybody's like, oh my God, the mask is coming off. I got to fix my skin. I wasn't ready.
Still, while vaccinated people can ditch the mask after midnight Tuesday, according to state officials, those who are unvaccinated must continue to keep them on, though it's up to individual businesses to decide how to enforce the rules. Also, after tomorrow, masking will still be required regardless of vaccination status on public transit, healthcare settings, homeless shelters, as well as childcare facilities and K-12 schools.
Let us determine what's best for our districts.
During a news conference Monday, Andrew Hayes with the group's school board members for local control stood alongside several San Diego County district leaders, including some from Alpine, Ramona, Rancho Santa Fe, and Escondido Union, calling on Governor Newsom to allow for local control when it comes to implementing mask protocols for students and staff.
No more one-size-fits-all policies.
Governor Newsom says he is working on an endemic plan for schools, the details of which could be released later this week. For now, though, the mask requirement will remain, though during a briefing this afternoon, the state's Health and Human Services Agency Secretary Dr. Mark Galley said the state will reassess in 2 weeks on February 28th.
Today, a change isn't being made, but in 2 weeks, confirming that the data continues to be where it is, taking the time to prepare and work with the school community and communities at large, that we anticipate making the change at that point.
Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
We now know the names of 3 people who were killed in a single car crash in Chula Vista. It happened Saturday afternoon on East H Street. Investigators say 27-year-old Marcellus Cisneros lost control of a Nissan Sentra and slammed into a tree. He died at the scene. 2 passengers, 27-year-old Rashad Wallace and 26-year-old Ronnie Jacobs, later died at a hospital. A 4th passenger was also taken to a hospital. 2 dogs inside the car were also killed.
The number of new COVID-19 cases continues to drop here in San Diego County. County Health is reporting 787 new cases, but 20 more deaths tonight. Hospitalizations have also dropped by 23 to 728 people in the hospital right now. The number of ICU patients in because of COVID-related illnesses also dropped by 5 to 144 today.
It was a happy homecoming for thousands of sailors and troops aboard the USS Carl Vinson.
The supercarrier spent 8 months away and returned home to San Diego today. There were lots of tears and hugs. We saw newly married couples reunited and dozens of new parents meeting their babies for the first time.
So what do you think, Dad?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, she was born back in September, so that's right when we started. So finally get to hold her is just amazing.
Kind of emotional?
Yeah, definitely.
So you can't really explain the feeling, but just cry. Try not to cry.
We also met identical twin sailors reuniting with their mom, Danielle Cobies. She told us that she was very emotional and just so very grateful to have them home safe and sound. No matter how old you are always your mama's babies.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're happy to welcome them all back.